start with this one that we're just talking about. That like, how do you think women can, within powerful spaces, competitive spaces, how can they stick true to themselves without letting the pressure or the fame get to them or get in their way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me that's also something I've been very intentional about,
Yeah.
but it comes down to your actual community. Don't allow wherever you go for your community to change, but rather have people that you actually trust who can give you honest and true feedback as to how I feel like you're changing in this way and it's not for the better. How I see that you really changed this characteristic and I love it. But for me, having I call it my board of people, but just really close friends and family that I can rely on to be able to guide me.
Yeah, and then back on the question that we talked about representation and what it means to you and what does it look like for us as Black women in South Africa in 2026?
I think for especially Black women in South Africa, I would encourage us to completely stay true to yourself and not to try and mold yourself to fit whatever role that you want to step into. So even stepping into Miss South Africa, it could have been very easy for me to try and look at previous Miss South Africas, what they did, and try to assimilate that. But I truly believe that our greatest strength is in completely owning who we are. So owning your story, owning where you come from, because there are people and children watching you from where you come from who will one day be inspired because you were able to do it.
It's really inspiring. Thank you so much. How you think women that are not as educated, women that are not really aware of the power that they have, how can they access it? Like, even if you're not from, backgrounds that could give you this access, how do you think a woman can start from where they are to be like, you know what, I want to get there, but I just don't know how. Yeah.
I think with that, it's twofold. And I'm going to start with the actual child themselves. I would encourage them to use the digital world to almost find mentors and people that they can look up to try and see how they did it. But then to try and almost emulate that within their communities. So if there's something that they want to start at school, if there's something that they want to start maybe in their local community hall, with even creating their own, there was a really beautiful story I once heard of someone who created a vegetable garden for their community, starting where they are and then branching out. And then the second approach to it, I would say, is more so on us, those who have essentially not made it, but are the ones who are being aspired to. Us actually going back to our communities and being able to be visual representation that it's also possible.
That's beautiful. So it's all about empowering us as the womanhood within South Africa, which is a conversation that's not really spoken about. We always so focus on the systems from outside, but how do we as women build ourselves from the inside by starting with each other? Thank you so much, Qhawekazi. This was empowering, amazing.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yes.